feeling after your first step?
Yeah, good. We got through without any injuries, and just had a look at the tape and what we could learn on, and it was a good win, but a lot of areas where we can still work towards and become the team we need to. So I think the boys are pretty happy, and we move on to the next week.
What's the major thing that Bush has said that the team needs to address?
Oh, look, we won't probably go into it, but it's just intensity for 4 quarters and making sure there's different areas of the game that we need to be across. And there's areas in a game where you do it really well, but there's areas where you drop off quickly. And as a side that we want to be, we want to make sure that we eliminate as many of those areas as we can.
It looked a bit dodgy in the second half there for a while, didn't it? They were up and about and they were coming, but you guys seem to lift again, so that must give you the confidence that you can do that.
Yeah, I mean I guess our ability to run, playing on this oval every second week, and I guess working through the heat over the summer months has given us that. We've built it up over a long period of time, and the young boys now are 22 years old, and they're really running strongly. But the Bulldogs had a great crack at us on the weekend and brought some really contested football in close. And I guess, that second half, as much as they were putting pressure on us, we were able to get out and had our outside runners really have an impact. And the boys up forward, obviously Joshy Kennedy, but Josh Hill as well, they got on the end of a few and converted their goals.
Were you surprised how well Josh came back?
Oh yeah, I mean 7 goals, I don't think we expected that. We expected probably 3 quarters and he might have got subbed out. So when he kicked one within 10 seconds, I felt for poor Markovic, because I think he was playing on him last time as well.
It was an amazing start, wasn't it? It was a million nick-nap straight down to your brother and then bang. He's going well, Scotty, isn't he? He's really come on.
Yeah, no, he has, and he's worked hard, and 22 years old, he's got a lot of improvement left, and goes out on the park, training park every week, and wants to improve. So I see that he'll only go onwards and upwards, and there's other players, Shuey, Gaff, Maston, they're all in the same boat. They've got a great work ethic and appetite to improve, and as older players at the club, you love seeing young kids like that.
Took very well having a good pre-season and making the grand final, but I suppose early points in the bank takes the pressure off to some degree, because every club has a bit of a patch where they struggle a bit. So getting those early wins, particularly even back here against Melbourne, to try and get it off to a flyer. Yeah, I mean
we set ourselves for round 1. We won round 1 last year and had a great year, and we felt as though that to go away, play the Bulldogs in Etihad, where we play, it's our second home pretty much, and have a good win there. But now, it's just back to week footy. We've got the Demons, who obviously come off a pretty bad loss on the weekend. Still probably a fair bit of emotion around their football club, and they want to do the jumper proud, so we'll be aware of that. But that just doesn't change our focus of what we've got to do.
Who do you normally get at Melbourne?
Probably Davey. I've had in the past. Pretty much him over the last few encounters, and in the middle, Brent Maloney. But I play permanently back these days, so any one of their small forwards if they're running around.
Where do you see their advantages? I guess their strengths, Melbourne.
Yeah, they've got some good inside players. Maloney, Jones, Cole Sylvia is a good inside player when he's up and going, and they can match it. They've got different type of ruckman. In Jamer, he's elite in terms of ruckman, and also they're big forwards now. If Mitch Clark gets on the end and gets his confidence up, and there's a lot of people that want to have pot shots at Jack Watts, but we know how dangerous he can be. He had a good game over here last year, and we'll be aware of him. And they're an up-and-coming side with a lot of talent, and we've got to be aware of that.
Just back on your brother, he's got a pretty good shimmy step going at the moment. He seems to get out of trouble quite well.
Yeah.
Is it just adding more tricks to his bag?
I don't know if that's a trick yet. That's once off, I think, so we'll wait and see if that gets pulled out again. Funny thing is, he didn't have any tackles on the weekend, so the boys have been ribbing him about that. If you want to go and get the footy now, you forget what made you as a player. So it's you can never win.
No tackles on the weekend.
You can never win, I don't think.
In the AFL,
yeah. So he said he's still going to win the club tackling apparently. So just giving a few blokes a head start. it's one of those ones. I think you get so close sometimes to tackling blokes, and his pressure points were still up very high again. So he's bringing the same stuff as he brought last year, but the development's there of another 6 months of pre-season.
Hasn't whispered in your ear that he might have you covered as a player yet? There's a bit of competitiveness between you two at all?
Yeah, not really. Yeah, I'm hopefully has a better career than me, to be quite honest. He's lived with a lot of pressure his whole life, being the fourth Selwood. So if he can become a better player than me, as long as I win one more premiership with him, and I've got one up on him, I don't care who's better than me. I'll have 2 premierships, so I'm happy with that.